author of 12 previous thrillers, including most recently American Assassin. Please welcome to the Irish Morning Program, Vince Flynn. Good morning, Mr. Flynn.
Good to be on the show, Mr. Imus.
How are you?
I'm doing well.
Mr. Flynn's new book is called Kill Shot. So, before we talk about that, I read an interview where you actually, I remember the last time you were here. After we did the interview, can I tell this or no?
Yeah, absolutely.
So after we did the interview, you leaned over and told me you had prostate cancer.
Well, no, what happened? I leaned over and I said, Don, I got to talk to you. My PSA is 14, which a guy at my age at the time, 44, is not a good number.
No.
And so I went and saw your guy up at
Aaron Katz.
And
a great doctor.
Very nice guy, and saw him, and he said, let's see how this goes. And then this was my first stop in New York, and then I was on the road for 4 weeks. And things got tougher and tougher, and I was in a lot of pain. And I finished the tour and got back to Minneapolis, and my PSA was 22. And so they did a biopsy, and it came back. It was not good. Every core sample had cancer in it. And rushed me in the next morning to do a bone scan, and I found out it had spread to the bones in my pelvis, which traditionally has been a death sentence.
Yeah.
So the first 48 hours.
I remember the email from you.
Yeah, we're just getting shell-shocked. And I've got, at the time, a 15-year-old stepson and a couple of younger girls. And my wife and I are trying to get around the house and act like we have the flu or the cold because our eyes are all red because we've been bawling. And you don't know what to tell the kids because there isn't any good news yet. And then I finally got down to the University of Minnesota Prostate Center a couple of days later and saw a Dr. Canetti who said, listen, it's centralized in your pelvis. Worst case scenario, you've got 5 years. It was the funniest thing in the world. I go from thinking, I don't know if I'm going to make it to Christmas, to all of a sudden I'm going, 5 years? That's fantastic.
Great.
And then the next week I was down at the Mayo Clinic in front of Eugene Kwan.
Great doctor.
Great guy. And
great center, too.
Yeah, and then my guy in Minneapolis, Bill Utes, who was overseeing everything, they said, listen, you've got a real fighting chance at beating this thing. You're young, you're healthy. It stayed basically in one area, and we think you can beat it. So I went from thinking I just been given a death sentence to I have a real good fighting chance of beating it. And then didn't spend any time feeling sorry for myself. Never said, God, why me? In fact, we've got some mutual friends, Mitch and Jenny Best, who've been on your show. And I went back to what happened to them when their young son Max died at 13 months and how horrible that was. And I thought, listen, you've lived 44 great years. You got a chance at beating this. You can't feel sorry for yourself. I mean, I've seen enough pain with the men and women who go over and fight and don't make it back and come back missing limbs. You kind of just tell yourself to suck it up and let's get going here.
You look great.
Thank you. Well, the trip to Mexico will do that.
Well, I guess people expect you not to look great, right?
No, yeah. I don't know if you've ever, the people think that if you do radiation, somehow they confuse it with chemo.
Oh.
So they expect you to be hairless, gaunt and hairless. And so I was radiated for 8 weeks, and I put it off because I was trying to get the book done. And my doctors kept saying, we really should get going on this. I said, I got to finish this next book. Well, I couldn't sit anymore. It was so painful. And then I had some micro tears. I had muscles and tendons popping off the back of the base of my pelvis. Really painful. And I finally said, all right, let's do this. And I was shocked. Within about 2 weeks, the pain and all the other side effects started to retreat. 6 weeks into it, I lost all energy. And then we had to move the pub date. And then I finished the radiation, and I've been pain-free for about 3 weeks now.
Oh, man.
It's just consistently gotten better.
Were you on pain medication, or?
I'm one of these stubborn guys who, big Irish Catholic family, and I'm deathly afraid of addiction.
All right.
So I was trying to not take this stuff. That was part of the problem. So I wasn't sleeping at night, and I'd take, I remember when my radiologist
What did they give you?
Dilaudid.
Oh, man.
So it got so weird at the cabin this summer, and I got out of the lake one day, and I didn't use the ladder, and when I went to get out, I heard this loud popping noise, and I pulled something in my hamstring, and I was in severe pain. And so I started taking like one of those, and at the worst point, I'd take two.
Yeah.
So then when I started radiation, my doctor said, how many painkillers, Dr. Olson said, how many of these are you taking a day? And I said, I take maybe one on average every other day. And he just looked at me and said, I've got guys in your situation taking 6 or 8 of these a day.
Oh.
But I was just so afraid that I'd start popping these things and never want to stop.
Do you have any left, or just?
Yeah, I do actually.
Oh, you do. You know, you really should give them to somebody responsible to dispose of them for you.
I didn't bring any on this trip, but I could mail them to you.
You know, I took 600 of them one time when I got hurt so bad I got bucked off the horse.
Come on.
I was in horrible shape. So
this was like 6 years ago or something
10
like that?
years ago.
10 years ago?
I had to get a prescription for Vicodin to get off of the Dilaudid.
Oh, I'm sure.
And then to get off of the Vicodin, I had to take a leave. So I'm okay now. Let's talk about Vince Flynn. It's 15 till the hour. A lot of huge fans of yours. Steve Borneman at our radio station. I don't know if you know him or not.
Yeah.
Big fans all over the country.
I snuck he and Bernie into the book.
Oh, okay.
They don't last very long, but they're in there.
What's Killshot about?
It's so when I started with Term Limits was my first book in '97, and the second book was Transfer of Power. That's where Mitch Rapp first appeared. And when he shows up in that book, he's basically in his mid-30s. And I always wanted to go back and write the prequel about how Rapp was recruited, how they turned him into a CIA, so I did, or into an assassin. So I did that in Killshot, which was last year's book. And then I wanted to write a follow-up to that, American Assassin, and then the follow-up to that is Killshot. And it was kind of I didn't read it all growing up. I was dyslexic. And I started reading in college. That's a long story, but I got hooked on Robert Ludlum. And when I wrote this book, I wanted to kind of write an homage to Robert Ludlum because I love those Bourne novels and the Gemini Contenders and all that great stuff that he wrote in the 70s and 80s when he was the best in the business. And so I created this situation where Rapp is in Paris. He's about to kill a guy, and then all hell breaks loose, and he becomes the hunted. And so it's kind of a classic espionage page-turner.
You've said that if you're going to read your books, you should go back to the beginning. What was the first book?
The first book that Rapp was in was Transfer of Power. Now, I'm a little different on that. I read the Ludlum series out of order.
Oh, you did?
And what I found is I get people that argue about this at book signings. And the truth is, anal retentive people, the people that their wallet is perfectly ordered and there's not an extra, those people have to read the series in order. But people that aren't quite that uptight, they can read them out of order. They're written to stand alone, and you can read them out of order.
This will be a New York Times and every other paper #1 bestseller. I'm happy about that.
I hope so.
Happy for you. You're a good guy. I don't know you that well, but you're a good guy. So
thanks, Don. I'm a fan of the show.
God bless
you guys every morning.
I'm glad you're doing well. So you did the right thing. So
yeah, appreciate it. I appreciate your help last year.
You're quite welcome. All right, Vince Flynn, Killshot is 12 minutes down till the hour.